The Washington Commanders are sitting at the second overall pick in this draft, and that's when things begin because we're all expecting Caleb Williams to go first overall to the Chicago Bears, and if they do not, I do believe something akin to Mrs. O'Leary's cow kicking something over might happen in the city of Chicago. It's going to be Caleb Williams. He is the next Patrick Mahomes, a lot of people believe, because he has those off-platform throws, and he does have the ability to, it does appear, to lead and be accurate at the same time and just have a lot of things you don't expect to see from your quarterback. And he's got that all innate abilities to separate, and he will be the first overall pick in the draft. So what are the Commanders going to do? Who are they going to choose? They have the entire draft not named Caleb Williams and a ton of top-notch quarterbacks available that could have been number one overall, even last year. Even in a draft without Caleb Williams like last year. So what do? Here's what they do today. First order of business. In the final days in which you can have players in for top 30 or whatever the hell they're called visits, they have all three quarterbacks. They're meeting with all three quarterbacks today, not named Caleb Williams at the top of the draft. And they are Jaden Daniels, your Heisman Trophy winner. They are Drake May, your University of North Carolina quarterback, who sounds like Phillip Rivers and throws like Justin Herbert. Mm-hmm. And then there's J.J. McCarthy, your national championship, reigning national champion quarterback. He's going to be chatting with the Washington Commanders today. And what do? I'll tell you what I think they're going to do, and Peter Schrager is exactly right in his mock draft. It's something I heard at the Combine, that it was going to be Jaden Daniels, number 2 overall, and I think that's what's going to happen. He's the guy that is apparently most pro-ready. He's the guy who was taken off from his Arizona State days, and we saw what he did with LSU with somebody like Malik Neighbors. And then you stick him with Terry McLaurin, and you stick him with Cliff Kingsbury as the offensive coordinator. And you got Brian Robinson Jr. being able to take screen passes the distance and being able to run the football in between the tackles, and Jaden Daniels keeps it and runs it himself. I think this is too good of an opportunity, too big of a quarterback with a ceiling like his to pass up on him. And I think it's going to be Jaden Daniels. Now, it can be Drake May as well. It can be Drake May as well. And I think, Chris, with you sitting there at number 3 for the New England Patriots, you would take that in a heartbeat.
Because I think
you would take either guy.
I'll take either guy.
You would be happy with either guy.
Absolutely.
You would be able to say,
we got a quarterback.
You got a Maserati, not a minivan, which is what you said after they drafted Mac Jones a couple years ago.
Was I right or was I right?
Well, the first year he looked he looked more like the sports car. But hey, listen, Chris, in this day and age, like if you had one more kid, you'd take the minivan.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes the minivan is what you need.
So close to a minivan.
I know that.
So what you saying?
Well, we can move on. But
we can
go home now.
Yeah. So you take either one.
Yeah.
And absolutely. I'll tell you what, New England's very lucky to be sitting there at 3 and having an opportunity. Well, I'll take either one. I'll take the reigning Heisman Trophy winner. Yep. He's got a huge ceiling. Or I'll take a kid like Drake May, who apparently can make every damn throw. And is a total gamer.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
And so you're lucky to have that position. And as we all know, Jim Harbaugh has been pounding the table to say, do not sleep on J.J. McCarthy being the number 1 overall pick. Remember he said that here when he joined us?
Number 1 overall.
And it's just like, okay, you're just honking the horn for your guy, right? You're just, trying to pump up your guy like you did pregame every single game that you were coaching at the University of Michigan, being his spirit animal. And the other part of it is if J.J. McCarthy does go 4th overall, if somebody does go and trade up for him, and tells Arizona, we'll take your pick and we'll give you the Godfather offer to have you move out of that spot, and forego telling Kyler Murray, welcome to your new world with Marvin Harrison Jr. as your primary target.
Hello.
Okay, with Hollywood Brown now a Kansas City Chief and Rondale Moore pewing in a way with your guy, Marvin Harrison Jr. Pass up on that. Sure. Guess what happens? The fireworks happen for Jim Harbaugh here because you bet he's taking Marvin Harrison Jr. And wouldn't that be something that J.J. McCarthy gets taken 4th overall to allow Jim Harbaugh in his first pick, returning to the National Football League, taking one of the best Ohio State Buckeyes that we've seen come out of Columbus, Ohio. You bet Jim Harbaugh is going to do that. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.